What's going on, YouTube? Back again today. We're about to head out to Nashville Cars and Coffee. I got the G8 out. I adjusted the rear suspension on it. I took my axle backs off, so there's no tips on it right now. That's because I was getting an exhaust leak. I did not have a time to drill all the studs. So we're about to cruise up there now in a few minutes, and I'll catch you guys on the way up.
Take it all back, hate the things that you said, 'cause I wish you didn't mean it. I'm under attack, running far, far away, and I'd rather keep my distance from you. You don't got a lot of me to get through. Push and pull me off into the deep, and let's pretend that nothing ever happened on that night. Confession I shouldn't have spoke, 'cause you didn't feel the same way about me, and it's eating me alive all of the time. So I'd rather keep my distance from you. You don't got a lot of me to get through. Push and pull me off into the deep, and let's pretend that nothing ever happened on that night.
Gotta muscle up and run through barricades, yeah.
Alright guys, so I stopped by my parents' place, since that's where the vibe is. I finally bought the correct clips for the fenders, which are these little guys. So now my fenders are attached properly, and I have to get new battery terminals for it, because I actually had a bolt break on the one that's on my ground, and the positive one is just also getting very old. It won't stay as tight as it needs to be, so there's still some play in it, which isn't good. It just creates a problem. So just a couple things that we have coming up that I want to discuss. Vibe needs quite a bit, because like I said, I want to get it ready to autocross for the season of 2020. That means a new rear axle. No, it's not an axle. Sway bar, I guess, because this doesn't have independent rear suspension, so there's just a thick metal bar that connects both back wheels. So there's an upgrade, thicker bar for that. I'm going to get that. I'm going to do the front sway bar. End links are good. It still has the factory end links. I don't think I'll need to be replacing that. I need to get it tuned. And if you follow me on Instagram, you saw that I posted there is a company overseas that actually makes cams for this. So I don't know if it'll be before then, but if I can get the money together, I would love to get their enlarged throttle bodies, and then the cams for that. Again, then get the cams installed, learn how to do timing, get it timed correctly, and then get it tuned, because just with the supercharger alone, the car makes 136 crank horsepower from the factory, so not much at all. Makes a lot of torque, which makes a good low end, but anyways, just with the supercharger, that put me around 170. So then if I could cam it and still keep stock internals and everything, because the compression ratio for this engine loves boost. So if I could just keep everything else and then just throw the new either turbo spec or fast road cams. I need to learn about cam duration and how it affects the engine, but anyways, they have two different ones, so if I could get that installed, that might be enough to pick up the extra 20-30 horsepower I need to actually hit 200 with this thing, which honestly 200 horsepower doesn't seem like much, but this car weighs low 3000s, so it would be phenomenal on an autocross course, especially with the supercharger being super responsive like it is. So I want to try to do that. There's a big brake kit that's made by K-Sport. I'd love to get that. I only have front disc brakes, so it's about $1,500 for that. Comes with steel braided lines, the larger calipers, larger rotors, larger pads. The white wheels should clear. I don't see the issue. They're 17s, but they have high brake clearance, so I think we'll be fine. And then I don't even know, just anything I can think to do custom. I'd love to do a roll cage in here. I'd love to do custom bucket seats, possibly a digital dash, things like that. As far as the Lexus is concerned, the Lexus will not be modified beyond stock, unless it's something like wheels and tires. It has lower Megan Racing coilovers on it right now. When those go bad, or I decide that those are old enough, I'll probably just replace it with those, because I do like it at the height it's at. It doesn't hit anything. I don't have any steering issues, rubbing. I don't got to worry about harsh bumps. I like it being lowered. But outside of that, I'm not going to do an air intake. I do want to do exhaust cutouts, because it is a V8, and I would like to be able to hear it if I wanted to. But I can't do anything that's permanent to the exhaust system, because I have to drive 50 miles every day, and that just wouldn't be ideal. And then as far as the G8's concerned, I'm not doing any engine work until it's paid off, unless something happens to the engine, which I really hope it doesn't, because if it does, it's possible if it's bad enough that it would destroy the engine, and I don't want to engine swap it. But I'm gonna cam it, do all the spring valves, retainers, DOD delete, everything like that. When it is paid off, that's only going to be about $4,000. I can have a shop do that. I might have a shop do that. I would want to do it myself. Just, I don't trust people, and I enjoy this. But, what else? The G8's pretty much set where it's at. I need to get the headliner fixed. I do want to do some cosmetic things in the interior. There's a carbon fiber steering wheel out there I would like to get. There's matching gauge pods that add oil temp, oil pressure, and coolant temp or battery voltage, I forget which. It might be optional, which you get to choose, and it's just a gauge face. I'm not sure, but I'd like to do that. I'd like to do the upgrade to the 12-inch radio. I would actually also like to upgrade to the 12-inch or whatever tall touchscreen radio in the Lexus as well, because it has a premium sound system in it. It's only like a 550 watt system, so it's not awful, it's not great, but I think if I swapped out for that whole unit, I think the radio could push the speakers a lot more and push that sub that I installed in place of the factory one. What else? I got a lot of little stuff to do to the Vibe over the winter. I want to relocate the battery. I want to get the headers and install those to my factory exhaust. I guess I'll probably repaint the factory calipers because the paint on them is going bad. The tint definitely needs to be redone. It's getting old. It looks fine from the outside, but the inside you can see the glue. I don't want a sight restriction if I'm trying to autocross it. So I won't go too dark on the tint as well, but I gotta do that. I don't think I'm gonna do anything to it. I am gonna do custom side skirt splitters and possibly a diffuser. I would like to retrofit these headlights and get a nice set of possibly switchback halos, because I could swap out the fog lights for the switchback ones. What else? I would like to do a custom dual exhaust system on it. But I think that's pretty much it, guys. Starting to get dark. I kind of got done what I needed to do for today. Nothing exciting, unfortunately, but just things that needed to be done. So anyways, catch you guys in the next one. Peace.